Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. We watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Icon 1000 Retrograde Boots, available at RevZilla.com. New for Fall 16, this is the Retrograde, the latest in the Icon 1000 collection. It's going to be a mid-height boot, great on protection, but does not carry a waterproof rating. So I'm going to give it a 3 to 4 season rating, but if you ride when it's wet out, you're going to get wet. Keep that in mind. Now, if we look at it, it steals some of the DNA from the chassis of the Icon Raiden Treadwell, which is not part of the 1000 collection. Now, that is a waterproof boot, but it doesn't have some of the refinements here that the Retrograde has. The Retrograde is going to have mid-height, it's going to be full grain leather, oil brown, suede matte black. But what the Retrograde gets is, first off, it steals DNA and styling cues from the Elsinore here in the buckle system, and it is going to be a rear or front entry and exit. I'm going to show you that in a second. It gets D3O now on the left and right side of your ankle, the interior and exterior of your malleolus bone, adding protection. And then the Retrograde also gets a steel stamped shin protector, which you only really see in the Elsinore HP here on the Retrograde. So again, beefier protection, refined style, but again, very similar in price and in cues as that Icon Raiden Treadwell, which again is a little bit cheaper, but in the same range around this $250 mark. Now, quick note on sizing. Thinking about the size, we always found that the Elsinore series from Icon 1000 fit a little bit big, maybe a half size. These guys fit about a hair small. So while it's an American fit and it's an American footbed, you know, Icon's out of Portland, no surprises on the width. If you're in between sizes, go size up. It is a little bit more snug than you might be expecting. If you're in the meat of that, say 10, 10 and a half, it's gonna be spot on. But if you're right on that cusp, again, think about going up depending on what you wear. And I think these bad boys come in sizes up to 14. We didn't find anything overly pronounced with the arch. And again, I already spoke to that width, which is going to be reasonable American as well as height as well. Now, use the size chart. We'll ship for free over 39 bucks. I'd love it if you click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel, leave me your comments, requests, your feedback on the new Retrograde. And remember, there's a Retrograde glove as well, which is pretty badass from Icon, that again has the big titanium knuckle. Now, if we look at some of the other features here, remember, full grain leather, a lot of dual accent stitching working its way through. One of the things that stands out to me as a pro and a con is this axiometric steel shank that we've seen on classic Icon boots for years is extremely stiff. Great motorcycle sole. On the interior here, standing on the pegs, it's going to be awesome. But if you want to walk around off the bike, it's going to be very stiff, like a 9 out of 10 on the stiff scale, which we typically only see for more off-road style soles. So keep that in mind. If you want something more comfy off the bike, this might not be your best option, but it is a beefy, burly boot. Now, we've already talked about the ankle protection. Let me show you the unbuckling here. So I can unbuckle, and you can get in and out that way. Notice you're going to have the micro mesh on the inside for wicking, and you have tight male Velcro. It's going to be micro Velcro right there as well. And that micro Velcro comes down. That's not going to grab your base layers or mid layers. If we buckle this back up there, you're going to see here, and again, these are these heat stamped Icon buckles, part of the 1000 collection, right off the Elsinore. Again, very popular for years. If we move it down here and rotate to the back, I'm going to unzip it down. Notice rear entry and exit. So depending on your preference, you have the ability to get in and out of this boot 2 ways. And remember what I said, not waterproof. If you want waterproof, you have to go for that Treadwell, which is the Icon Raiden Treadwell. If we come back here to the inside, notice the perf. It's going to do a good job of flowing air in warmer weather riding. So spring, summer, fall, it's going to work well in summertime riding, especially if you go with this tanner color. It's not going to get as hot. But again, in my opinion, I like the oil brown better than I like the black, but the black is stealth bomber as well with that silver stamped steel shin protector that's going to, again, offer you great protection for an area that's prone to high risk. Next step in your journey, though, is to click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews of our Icon 1000 Retrograde boot. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over 39 bucks. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla. Leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback. More importantly, stay up to date with our opinion on the latest and greatest in the motor universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.